Hi, my name is Chrisai Smart, and today we'll be talking about the Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation was an agreement among the 13 original states of the United States of America that served as its first frame of government. The document seen here is the corrected version that was adopted on November 15th. It consists of 6 sheets of parchment stitched together. The last sheet bears the signatures of delegates from all 13 states before there were so. This first Constitution of the United States established a league of friendship for the 13 sovereign and independent states. Each state retained every power which is not by this Confederation expressly delegated to the United States. The Articles of Confederation also outlined a Congress with representation based on population. Each state would have 1 vote in Congress. Ratification by all 13 states was necessary to set the Confederation into motion. Because of disputes over representation voted in the western lands claimed by some states, ratification was delayed. When Maryland ratified it on March 7, 1781, the Congress of the Confederation came into being. Just a few years after the Revolutionary War, however, James Madison and George Washington were among those who feared their young country was on the brink of collapse. With the states retaining considerable power, the central government had insufficient power to regulate commerce. It could not tax and was generally impotent in setting commercial policy, nor could it effectively support a war effort. Congress was attempting to function with a depleted treasury, and paper money was flooding the country, creating extraordinary inflation. Next, you will watch a short clip to understand as to why the Articles of Confederation failed.
One of the major reasons why the Articles of Confederation failed was because of the impossible measures they called for. In order to amend an article, all 13 states had to unanimously agree to amend the article. This task is virtually impossible to achieve. Also, it required a 9 out of 13 states majority to pass any laws. That being said, Congress virtually had no point in being in the government because they couldn't pass any law. Another major reason the Articles of Confederation failed was because of their tax system and money system. In the Articles, it states that the states, not Congress, had the power to tax. With this law, taxes varied across the country and the country economy wasn't stable because it relied on the states' economies. Then, the only way Congress could get money was through borrowing from foreign government or selling Western lands. Most likely, the biggest realization that the Articles of Confederation weren't working was the Shays' Rebellion. As said before, the country relied on the states' economies. However, the economies varied across the country. That being said, the state of Massachusetts had a failing economy. The state government was foreclosing almost every single farm in the state. All of the farmers in Massachusetts rised up against the government and tried to take over the state government.